first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Cousins. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall it.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson now. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Jackson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
I'm gonna quit.
Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Run!
Play fake. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They came into this game eager to see how they would hold up their man coverage. And on that play, they held up very well.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. "51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this one too low.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps it to the turf. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
On the return, here's Agnew. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Cousins on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This will be caught. Judy.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They go play action. Cousins rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg.
Got a man. It's Judy complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
and both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
The football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second and goal, Jackson, the quick slant caught, and in for the Ravens touchdown. Jahan Dotson from 3 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. Now Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Able to connect with Dotson. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pick up there on 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25. It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, They came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Play action now. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So he's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now Cousins. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Keenan Allen, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there. Now it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On the move to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now back to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. A good pickup there at 22. On play action, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And now here's another interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.